For many people, Hearts of Iron is not an easy game to learn. In fact, if anyone says otherwise, they are almost certainly lying. Grand strategy games are built around their complexity, and this is one of their biggest appeals to many people. Mods take this a step further by providing another layer on top, which can be extremely intimidating. I know many people will say that they don't play mods like Old World Blues, Millennium Dawn, and others because learning is simply too difficult. This video is a follow-up to the Old World Blues tutorial that I made previously, and seeks to give you division templates that can be utilized in your game in order to allow you to simply get going and have a good time. For many, the experience, lore, and game itself are more important than anything else, and I hope to help you do just that. Please note these are by no means meta divisions, or the best, simply ones designed to be good enough to defeat most of the enemies you will come across. Let's get started. Before we get going, let me say that all the division stats include no doctrine, focus tree, or research doctrine bonuses, so it is possible to get the stats a lot higher. Infantry is always the go-to for pretty much any nation in any mod, and Old World Blues is no different. These units are cheap, and as long as you have the manpower for them, very useful, though do keep in mind manpower can be extremely hard to come by in this mod. If you are really struggling for men, but have production capacity, try and get higher quality divisions, as quality is better than quality, assuming you can fill the whole line. Militia divisions are cheap cannon fodder, to put it bluntly. These divisions will struggle to beat anything with real quality, but you can expect them to hold the line, unless you're fighting high quality divisions. Use them in the beginning, or if you need a few extra divisions to fill the gaps in your line, but don't expect anything beyond that. This is a simple yet effective template for infantry divisions. These units will hold very effectively, and against a weaker opponent will allow for power projection, but typically they are best paired with units that have real breakthrough, of which there are lots of options. Quality is the key with this division, so having lots of disposable manpower is really beneficial. Going as far as you can down the infantry equipment research will make them better, along with chems, which will allow for more trickleback so you have more manpower. If you are planning on specializing into vehicles or robots, there's really only one option in special forces. These units are very cost effective for a breakthrough unit, and provide the ability to actually push the enemy. It is possible to do this with literally any division, but some are better suited for it. These units require special force equipment, which should be maxed out as quickly as possible to make them more effective. Robots are incredibly effective in Old World Blues, due to costing no manpower to produce. The trade-off is the massive power costs which are required to run them. They are also great because they don't demand rights, or pesky ideas like a representative government in your authoritarian, power thrill playground grand strategy mod. Much like infantry, this is the case of quantity over quality. If you are doing this route, you want to essentially put everything production-wise on robots, and just keep pumping them out like your Skynet. Max out robotics tech to make them most effective. The best unit besides power armor for pure power in this mod are tanks. When these are made correctly and trained, you have the ability to right-click anything you fight and win like your name is Dingus Mimicus. Tanks, much like vanilla, are fantastic, but very costly to make. They can be done with small economies, but you will struggle to even make more than one division. If that's the case, don't be afraid to use them in 15 or 20 width divisions. Make sure to get as many of the vehicle techs as you can to max their capacity. Power armor is arguably the most iconic part of the Fallout universe. Great metal suits which allow a regular soldier to become something far more on the battlefield. They provide the user plenty of important advantages, as well as simply tanking a ridiculous amount of damage. This same idea stands in Old World Blues, with these units being a force to be reckoned with. They have the ability to hold and push, and when made in this manner will allow you to deal with pretty much anything the enemy throws at you. Keep in mind power armor is very expensive material-wise, so make sure you can sustain your production requirements. Make sure to max out power armor technology to make them the best you can. Demolition variant power armor divisions require demolitions to be researched, but give a massive soft attack bonus. They are ridiculously strong when dealing with infantry and basic unit types, able to break through them as quickly as a tank division. Do keep in mind that they will struggle a bit more against other power armor divisions and anything heavier or with armor. Heavy power armor divisions are defense machines and will hold against almost every unit in the game. They come with fire team costs, but it is well worth it, as it will take a very unique unit to get past their defense and armor. Make a few of these to guard choke points or the flanks of your lines, which will allow you to free up your focus on the important matters. Super mutants are another iconic part of Fallout, and they are unsurprisingly incredibly powerful. Again, only a certain nations are able to use them though. It should be pretty obvious which ones can and cannot. Basic mutant divisions like this can and should be made en masse, being able to quickly overrun even a much stronger tech-wise opponent. Behemoths will send a chill to the back of anyone who has played the Fallout games, as their power and ferocity are terrifying. They are the tip of the spear for mutant forces, and can go toe-to-toe with power armor and tanks when made correctly. When playing mutants, a few of these can be utilized to push through the enemy lines and provide you the encirclements you need to bring the world under mutant rule. Hopefully you'll be able to put these divisions to good use and help you enjoy this amazing mod. Old World Blues is so fun to play, and while having to struggle with division templates, I hope you will be able to get into the thick of things. If you have questions or want to recommend divisions of your own, feel free to do so in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm Hammurabae, and I'll catch y'all around soon.